intro. Oh, let me see what
I got at least until
go
10:30, but
live. Yeah, it go
I got you.
live. Why my Facebook not going live? Well, not right now. We are live.
Okay.
We are live right now, and folks, I do want to apologize for those that are joining us in right now. Let's see what's happening in Facebook.
Yeah, I see it on
Um,
YouTube. I see it on YouTube. Yeah,
it's on YouTube,
I do
but
see it on
now
YouTube.
we're not going on Facebook for some reason. Go. It says go live, and I try to let's see edit. Let me see. Let me see. Edit this. Edit this. Today. Let me see if I go here. What time is it now? 9:11. Let's do 9:10. Let's see if that'll work, and let's see if that change go live. No, but we'll probably go live on 15. Save the changes will be scheduled for at least 10 minutes from now. Please edit the start time. And I did edit the start time. I apologize. I mean,
No problem. No
because this
problem.
is time, this is, well, let's try that. I did edit the start time and it's not allowing me to change for some reason. Man,
Wow.
this is
Don't worry.
crazy.
Let's
Crazy.
deal with let's deal with YouTube, and you can
Let's
share it
deal with
on YouTube.
YouTube. Exactly. What I'll do is I'll share it. But man, if those people you
Let's
missed it,
start
let's
all over. Start it all over. Start all over. Let's do
listen
it.
and listen. This is
Let's do it.
awkward right now for me. I'm so sorry. But anyway, again, let me introduce hand clap, King Simon, okay, and my brother King Simon, and we're gonna backtrack a little here. So,
Yeah.
King Simon, you were born in New York,
Born in Brooklyn, New
right?
York. Yes.
And your
Yes.
parents Jamaican. You say your father's Jamaican and Cuban, and your
Yes.
mother Jamaican,
Jamaica. Full
right?
Jamaica.
And you grew up in Brooklyn. You born and grew up in Brooklyn, New York. Now you say you play drums. What age
Yes.
was that when you started playing drums
About
again?
5, 6, playing the congas first with my grandfather, with
Mm-hmm.
my uncle, because he had the congas in the house. I used to practice on that. And then when I went to church, it was when I got into the church was around about 13, 12, 13, going into that church era at Zion's Baptist Church right there on Washington and Fulton. It's an old landmark right there, Washington and Fulton. You know.
Watch it. Okay, great, great, great. And so you mentioned, that when you was growing up in your
Mhm.
family history, you had again, who was in your family history? Who were
Yes,
the
sir.
musicians? How
On
far
my
back you go?
on my father's side, his
Uh-huh.
second cousin is Grace Jones. They used to call her Gracie in Spanish Town, Jamaica. So you Google her up and find out she's from Spanish Town, Jamaica.
Wow.
And then on my mother's side was the disco diva Susie Q. Now, note Susie Q was once a band, and then it was once a single person. Then it became a band. Then it became a
Wow.
single person again. So the guy who owned Susie Q, the name, he used to just
Right.
do it just like that. So one of my cousin was one of the Susie Qs that was featured on many of the albums back in the day.
Did not know that. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
interesting. And so we mentioned that you got into well, you was around a lot of hip hop artists
Yes, I was. Yeah.
from area. We
Yes.
mentioned Special Ed, mentioned Biggie, also
Doug,
out. Mm-hmm.
Dougie Fresh,
Dougie
Dougie Fresh.
Fresh,
From the
yeah,
same high
that's
school. We
great.
went through the same high school at that time.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
and
that's
matter of fact,
great.
I think the Furious Fours or Furious Five. Well, no, it
Furious
was
Five, yeah,
no
Como
the
Dino.
Fearless Fours was there too. Fearless
Okay,
Four was
okay.
at Martin Luther King High School also. The
And I
Fearless
told you also that I recorded the Funky 4+1
Funky
Horn.
Flood,
I'll
Four,
play
Four.
it
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
And again, for those who didn't hear this, I don't know
yeah.
if you can hear that. That's me on percussion.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's what Edward Badwell. And you mentioned that was used, and a lot of DJs use that
Not a
mix.
DJ mix, not just James Brown and Funky Drummer and all that. We was definitely doing those mix too. That a lot of
Wow.
cuts, and we was listening to like Grand Wizard Theodore,
Yeah.
of course, the Furious Five, of course, my man from the Furious Five.
Kumo D.
Come on, I'm talking about the DJ,
DJ.
Grandmaster Flash.
Right.
Grandmaster Flash. Got to think of, and of
Right.
course the Cold Crush Brothers. We was listening to them.
Nice,
So
nice,
yeah, I met a lot of
nice.
those. I met one of the Cold Crush Brothers back in the day. So
So you're very schooled in the hip hop. Then you know your hip hop
yeah, I
history.
knew my hip hop back then.
You were
Nowadays,
there. You were
yeah,
there.
yeah, we was
You were there.
there.
You
Like, yeah,
experienced that.
we was
And
there. We
and
was definitely there.
great, great, great. And so I want to play something real quick over here. Let me and so we're on YouTube. You should be able to hear it, right?
Hmm.
So
Right.
let's see. Let's see. Let's play this. Let's play this. Hold on. Let me bring it back a little. Let's play this. You hear that? Do you hear that?
Not yet. No,
Maybe there's a delay.
it could be a delay. But remember, you're hearing it in your speaker head. You're hearing it in your speakers.
I am hearing it in my speakers.
I
It
don't have
should
my
be
head. Yeah,
streaming.
it's not. It's not streaming over here.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Let me try this again.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'm usually on this. I don't even know what's going on here, bro. But we're gonna get this together.
Don't worry. I understand what's happening. I
I know,
understand.
yeah, 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 yeah. We're gonna do this all over again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna share that screen here and share the audio. Okay, and we're gonna go back here, and here it goes. And you tell me if you hear it, because I want everybody to hear this. Everybody hear it. Can you hear that?
There it is.
There we go. Oh, I needed to do the audio. Now that's you singing, right?
That's me. Yes, sir. That's me.
Yeah.
Say we have to analyze it. Me, I go tell you a little something about white history.
I love this. Remind me those days in the jams, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna speak a little bit about that, man.
Yeah.
Those jams, man. And the content. Listen to the lyrics.
Exactly.
Those
Exactly.
listen, man.
It's white, but let we tell the story.
Man,
Yes, it's
I can't wait to play this on my Facebook because I get a lot of more views on my Facebook. For some reason, I just
Me,
can't
I
get it
will tell you
going.
little truth
Yeah.
about the black histories for the people who can hear and those who can see. We're the first to come up with anatomy to analyze the truth about we body. We're the first to come up with biology to analyze the lies in the society. We're the first to come up with Egyptology to construct the pyramids that you see. We're the first to come up with psychology to analyze the minds in the vicinity. We're the first to come
Yo,
up
how did we, man? I missed this, man. I mean, this is the lyrics. It's like for today, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What year did you record it?
Actually, 1989.
89.
1989. I left the community in 88.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the Ansar Allah University.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Have to analyze it.
Nice. Oh
Black
man.
and white story in me mind, in me mind, in me mind. We
Well, I mean, it's pretty long. I mean, it's nice. How many minutes is that song?
It's about 3 minutes, 3 and 50
3
minutes,
minutes?
like a
Okay,
regular 3 minutes and 50. But it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can go to the YouTube. I found it on the YouTube. And
Yeah,
I
under
found it.
Anthony Brown, Black and White Story.
Anthony
Yes,
Brown,
regular.
Black and White Story. Go on YouTube. Those that's gonna see this
Yeah.
podcast and I mean download this is nice, man. This is
Yeah.
so in
Yeah.
89.
Anthony,
Now,
yeah, 89 after I left the community. Yep.
after you
89.
left the Ansar Allah University,
Ansar
I call it
University, yes,
university
right.
because it was a
It
university.
is. It was a
We spoke
university.
about-
It was.
It was. You know, you had
Right, that's right.
the restaurant, the bookstore, the music department. Now let's get into a little bit of that. Before you went into the community, the university,
Yeah.
Ansar Allah University.
Mhm.
So you was doing music, right?
I was still doing dance hall and let's take it back into high school because when I went to Erasmus, that's when I was introduced even more to my dance hall side because I was getting away from the hip hop side. So coming from the 5%, going to the roster roots. In Erasmus Hall, you had a mixture of people from all over the world. So when I went to Erasmus, that's when myself and Shaggy went to Erasmus back in the day.
What?
Shaggy was there in Erasmus during my time.
Wow.
Will Downing Jr. was in Erasmus during that time. Will Downing Jr. A lot of people that played drums and all that.
Lit.
Yeah, we was lit, and me and Shaggy was actually produced by the same producer, Sting International, at one point in time. You know, Sting introduced and actually did my for the black and white story tune, he actually did the mix. He mixed it at Philip Smart Studio on Long
Yeah,
Island.
nice mix. It's a nice mix.
Yeah, he did the mix. He did the mix. So if you hear it like in full blown with the speakers and everything, and the highs and the mids, you'll hear what's coming from it because
Beautiful.
it's an old rhythm.
Yeah, yeah.
From
You know what? You know what? And coming from that whole, Jamaica background, Jamaicans
Mhm.
were kind of like the first one I noticed in hip hop. Now, a
Yes.
lot of the rappers, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember growing up in Boston Road, Fish Avenue. I was with
Yeah, yeah,
Errol.
yeah, yeah,
Errol,
yeah,
Errol,
yeah.
Errol was Panamanian. Errol was Panamanian, but
Yes.
a lot of the DJs in the area, Cool Herc, all we used to go up there and jam out.
Cool Herc.
A lot
I
of
know Cool
Jamaican
Herc. Yeah.
brothers. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cool Herc. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember him
That's my boy.
way
He's from
back. Oh man.
He's from St. Andrews, Jamaica. That's where he's from. St. Andrews.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
And that was
yeah,
the beginning. And so it was like the Jamaican brothers, that flavor, man, was just
yeah,
in the
yeah,
Bronx, in New York,
yeah,
everywhere, with the speakers. And it was like the
yeah,
battles with the speakers, right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
battles with the
Sounds
equipment.
good.
I
Yeah,
remember them days. I
yeah,
remember.
yeah,
And I'm
yeah,
going
yeah.
back in 78, 79, 77.
Hmm. Yeah,
Battles
I knew that
in
because
the
my
schoolyard.
cousin had it. Say it again.
That those
What you say?
battles in the schoolyard
Yes,
with the
yeah,
equipment, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And that's interesting. That's interesting, man. Very, very interesting. So,
Yeah.
being raised up in that environment, and then
Mhm.
what led you? So you went into the SLR University. I went in '78,
Right,
right?
right.
So during this time you was doing music, what led you into go into? Did you follow your music suit when you went into the SLR University?
Well, it was my cousins first that went in. It was actually it was Nancy, one of the sisters that was married to one of my cousins who went in first. Her name was Amala. Then she was like the first woman, the first sister that moved into community off of our block back in the 70s, around your time before that. And then she came back in her white veil and everything. And then it was people like my brother Abdul Muid who moved in. And then it was Duma. Duma is my cousin. Duma is my cousin who moved in. Then he brought me in. Then Duma brought my cousin Sully in. Sully used to be in the Bronx on Fordham Road, standing in
I
front of
remember,
Bamboo.
yes,
That's my
because I used
blood
to hang
cousin.
out there a lot.
Yeah, that's my blood cousin. That's my blood cousin, my
Wow,
first cousin. So
man.
he was also a bass player. So he used to play for my band too. So he was a Fender bass player. My cousin Sully.
This is a band that you do
And yeah, I
before
did
you
form
moved to university or after?
that band when he moved in. Then we started formulating the band in there. That's when Wasi
Ah,
became. That's when Wasi was our temporary drummer for a minute.
nice,
Big brother
nice.
Wasi was our
So
temporary
you
drummer.
was all part of that York production
Well,
studio?
York named our group Zion after Passion.
What?
And he wanted us to be the opening band but remember, reggae was just really making its way back in the 80s, end of 70s, after
Mhm.
Bob came and did his thing, tore up the Madison Square Garden, but because he died in 81, but it was making its way in, because so people were still a little bit against reggae and holding. So even in the community, they wanted to put big money behind. That's what I'm hearing. Legend has it that they wanted to put big money behind what we were
Right,
doing. But
right.
in the community, you got people that want to do in
Yeah,
the university. You got people that didn't want to put me there or didn't want me to go because and I know I would have made big money for them. Believe me, I would
yeah.
have made big money because I was able to write songs. Even Chunky would tell you from Force MDs. He used to come and watch us sing and put
I
the
remember
music
checking.
together right there on
Right.
stage, and I would.
Wow.
That's my boy. Chunky is my boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah.
when I was there, I remember meeting some of the members of Steel Pulse. Remember that group, Steel Pulse?
Yes. Yeah, of course, of
Yeah,
course.
they came by and they went in a
Jimmy
restaurant and they
Cliff.
came by. Yeah, they came
Yeah,
by. So
yeah,
I
yeah,
met Kenny Gamble in there.
yeah. Kenny. Yep,
I met,
yep.
and so you was working in the music
Well, when I
department
got
as well as the music.
well, actually, I was a regular peddler first,
Like everybody.
but like everybody else. And Doc really loved my energy a lot, to the
Nice.
point that his son may he rest in peace. Yadalahi used to love me because we used to look alike, and we was like,
yes.
so,
I raised them up, man. I used to always hang out with
yeah.
him.
So yeah, and his twin sister Fatima makes a
Fatima.
respect.
People don't know that he had a twin sister. That's right.
Yeah, nobody people don't know that. And you know, when Doc came from Africa, he had those leopard shoes. I don't know if you remember those.
Did the
shoes.
clocks, the
Yeah,
leopard
exactly. Yeah. He
I
gave.
remember
What's so funny?
Yadalahi, right?
Yeah, he gave it to Yadalahi. Yadalahi gave him to me.
Oh,
That's how much. That's how much Yadalahi respected me.
nice.
What Doc said? Doc seen it off the stoop, off the stoop over there, 717, and he said, I gave them to you. Get them shoes back from me.
Wow.
But Yadalahi had that heart. He had a heart, and because I was highly respectful of him, he was respect, and we was like like brothers. We was like twin brothers ourselves. Because I was just like him. We looked alike, same short, dark skin, same way, you know. So that's the energy I had with him back in the day. So
Beautiful.
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, man, rest in peace. Yes. Very talented too. Remember the Mumunu?
Yes.
Well, I was here. They would play steel drums.
They played the steel drums. They was
had a good drum band.
The adhan, the Quran, the recitation. I got him on tape with doing the kukbas back in the day. The kukbas on Friday, Juma. That's Juma. So yeah, I have tapes with him still, audio tapes with him. You know, I've dreamt about him a few times. We've talked in the other realm a few times, and he seems like he's all right. It seems like
we're going to talk about your spiritual practice. I call it this natural nature practice because you tripped me out. I don't know if you remember that I called in the Sonetta show and you did my numerology thing.
Whoa, that was you. Oh,
that was me, 1211. I was like, I was like, no. It freaked me out. Like, oh my God.
You'd be surprised that even Fatima was doing numerology. I found that out from one of Dr. York's former wives. Yeah.
Wow. So let's you know, in the music.
Yes, sir.
So you worked on the music in the university and everything.
That was the first. He was the first to record me, actually. Dr. York Studio.
I was going to ask you that. Oh, he was the first to record
me, but they never did anything. Tony Marshall was the engineer at that time. Nice. And Daoud was the bass player. Back in the day, you know, but they didn't have, like I said, they didn't grasp reggae the same way. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was all R&B and what was being played over there, and they was focused on docs. That's a matter of fact, the passion in the studio. The first studio, not the one over there, the Hall of Knowledge. The first studio across the street from the masjid.
Right. That's the studio in his bait.
In his bait.
I remember that's still the studio. I remember.
But remember, they built a big one around the corner after. What? You know,
I didn't know that. That's probably when I left.
That was way after. Yeah, in the 80s, late 80s, he built it. So I was before I left. He was building it. So that was called Back Street back in the day. Back Street.
Okay. Because I remember that it was like we was ahead of our time because we had our own cable.
Yes.
Station.
Yeah.
You know, we were able to see cable and shows and radio and the intercom. We used to call in and the intercom and have answers. It was like before time. It's what we do streaming now here. We were in a different way.
Yep. That's right.
Man.
That's right.
Wow, man. So you come from a very extraordinary school, my brother.
You know, and then, but because Doc loved me so much as far as respecting my energy all the time,
Nice.
Suleiman and Wally, they hated because I was able to just walk right through the security and say, "Yo, Doc, I got some good music. I got some good music. I got this music." And he was like, "Yo," he looked at like how he got through. I was like,
"Yeah." It's like we got this connection because that's the same thing with me. I was able to walk right through the security, right when he was on the stoop, and just talk with hang with him. I'm gonna play basketball with him.
Do you remember my man, the guy from Cuba, the one that who passed on?
I remember this Cuban brother.
Fatim. He was a jockey. He became a jockey. He was also a horse jockey. He was able to train Doc's horses on the land up at Jaziaba.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He had passed on, but he used to work. He used to work on Franklin Avenue a lot. He used to sell on Franklin and all that. Wow. But yes, Fata. I think it was brother Fata. He was definitely there from years ago.
Fata was a conga player. Yeah. Bufata, right?
Yeah,
But
he was a short brother, but he was a Cuban brother. Cuban brother.
oh no, I remember Cuban brother. Yeah, I remember a few Cuban brothers coming through there.
Yeah,
So
yeah. He was
so
a jockey. Mhm.
so so let's bring it on to your promotion. You started doing promoting, right? Music artists. Did you promote music artists?
Yes, I did,
Were
but
you a
I was
music promoter?
promoting before I even came in the community at the age of 12, and
What?
then going through. Yeah, I've been promoting for years because we was promoting in our own neighborhood, on our own little parties. So I've
Nice.
been doing that for
What?
years. So
So speak about the do you find it difficult to? I mean, because you was an artist, so did you find it challenging, or did you just
not
did
because
it was
the only reason I didn't find it challenging is because I was born in a nightclub of a father who promoted. You know what I'm saying? So the year I was born in
nice,
'67 is when he opened the nightclub. My aunt told me.
nice,
And so I was already in that, and he was able to pack his nightclub, which was in our basement of our house. He
nice,
packed the nightclub, and then my cousin took it over, and then he was doing the promotion. Then I learned all of that and watched them do their thing, and then
nice.
I moved on.
Beautiful environment to grow up, man.
Yeah, it was something else. It was fun. It was a crazy environment, you
So
know.
your promotion took you, it allowed you to expand
It
your
expanded, and I was able to work at SOBs, the Sounds of Brazil. I was one of
nice.
the
Oh,
booking agent, promoters, and co-producers of events at SOBs from 95 all the way to 98, 99.
nice,
Yeah.
nice,
So I was part of and I emceed the shows, and sometimes I would DJ or do the
nice.
lighting. That guy at
It's like,
SOB would
yeah.
definitely utilize all your talent. Believe me,
Wow, that's nice, man.
definitely.
Wow. So let's put your promotion hat on.
Yes,
What
sir.
what do you look into an artist? I mean, how do you promote an artist? I mean, do you look for some type of energy from that
What?
artist?
Yeah, back in the day when I was, because I don't do them no more. I used to do. I've helped promote Luciano, the reggae artist. I've helped
Mm,
promote Beanie Man, Buju Banton,
mm,
who came back
mm,
out. I've promoted Tito Puente. I've
mm.
promoted Celia La Cruz. I've promoted various people, Tabu Cambo from out of Haiti, and Karami. But one thing we respected about certain artists is if they already came with a crowd.
Okay.
It's very important that even
Wow.
new artists. I've known some new artists that came through SOBs that sold 200 tickets before they even came in the venue. You could respect that.
You can respect that. Yeah.
And then we do our extra promotion, put our team, because as a promoter, I put out 5,000 flyers per week
Wow. So
to
you
promote.
manage a street team out there.
I
You
was
manage a street
managing the street team, and also I
team.
did the publicity. I was assistant publicist over at SOBs for Gail Horio, who was the publicist at that time, a Japanese sister. And I was under her. We wrote the first proposal, her and I, but she was the main one. We wrote the first proposal that got us a deal for $125,000 from AT&T to
Nice.
do a stream of events, whether it was AT&T presents with SOBs. So we was a part of that. So I know how to. I remember I used to be able to write proposals like that, and
Nice.
know the whole breakdown of what
Yeah.
the street promotion is all about, how we advertise in different venues and different newspapers. Yeah, I have that in my book too. No promotion is bad promotion.
Well,
It's
oh
in.
man. Oh, it would have been nice. I could have put an overlay on
Oh
here.
yeah, I thought you
From
said
your
you was gonna
book.
get the book. I didn't know you got the book or not, but it's in the book. It's in the book.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to get that book.
it's a very
Hold on one second. What's the name of the book again?
no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my
Okay, let me
name
put that
right. But
on here.
say no promotion is
No
bad promotion.
promotion. No promotion
I
is
can.
bad. Yeah, bad promotion. If you could send me a flyer,
You want a picture of it?
a picture of it, I can,
Okay.
I can
Hold on one second. Let me
find
see.
out how I can. No promotion is bad promotion. I put that
Yeah,
on the chat,
it's definitely on Amazon.
and I'm gonna put it on here too. No promotion is bad promotion. It's on Amazon,
You could
and
definitely see it. You got
and
the
that
link?
and the link.
I
You
can
can
send
send
it
it
to
on
you right
Messenger.
now.
Oh, can you chat on YouTube right now? Can you chat and put it on there? Oh, I
Let
put it
me,
up here. No promotion is bad promotion right here, and it
right.
says you can get that all on Amazon, available on all,
Yeah, it's on Amazon
available
right now. Yeah,
available Amazon,
right.
available on Amazon.
Available on Amazon.
Yeah, This is kind of weird, man. I usually have all of this, and I put it on here. Let me put it on here. Available on Amazon. No promotion is bad promotion, and it's
Right.
available on Amazon. And it's
Yes.
by King Simon. Right? You go under
Yes,
King
that's
Simon.
King Simon. Yeah. One of my middle names is King Simon. It's Simon. That's why. One
It's
of my
Simon. I
middle
was
names.
gonna ask you, how did you get your name, King Simon? I mean,
Yes.
did you name it still, or did somebody
An-
name you that?
Anthony and Simon are my middle names. My
Oh,
first name is another name, but yeah, but Anthony and Simon are my middle names, and then I put the King in front because in Jamaica culture they always call you King. Yo, Wagwan King.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I
Wow,
just took
wow.
on the King
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah,
and made
yeah,
it
man.
happen. You know what I'm saying? And
God
made it
gave
happen.
me. Yeah,
You know.
man.
So
Man,
yeah.
beautiful.
I just send you
Beautiful.
the link tree link too. So because what happens that goes straight to all my books, all my publication if they want
Okay.
directly to all the link
I
tree
see
link.
it. I see it.
Yeah, that's the link.
I
But
just I want to see maybe if I could put it on my
yeah, promotion is a fun thing for me, brother. It's always been fun, you know.
yeah, I was gonna ask you, do you prefer, so obviously you must prefer doing more promotion than to be a singing artist, right?
Yeah, and now I did because in the beginning when I left the community in '88.
Mm-hmm.
I got robbed from that business because it was going up to number 5 on the reggae chart and it reached the 5 on the reggae chart and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't understand the business. I didn't understand the
That
business
happens.
until I left the business.
Yeah, it's so important for musicians to educate themselves on the business
Yeah,
of music, and also promotion is important also for them to know about
right.
promotion because they didn't know what to expect from a promoter and from a
Exactly.
venue.
From a promoter.
Very,
I mean,
very important.
I
That's why I'm
didn't
so glad I have you here because
I didn't read Donald Passman's book until way after. Donald Passman's book, All You Need to Know About the Music Business. And
nice,
but
nice.
I
I got to
shared
get
it.
this music business.
Yeah, all I need to know about the music business. And there's one
Yeah,
written by Kashif. Kashif wrote one,
Chief
All
wrote.
You Better Know About the Music Business.
I got to get those books,
Yeah,
man.
you got
I
those up.
mean, maybe things are changing now. So, and we're gonna take that into the future. So now you also took your promotion thing to like, I heard your name's been circulating a lot around the Sonetta, the Black Consciousness. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the debating.
Well, yeah,
But
that, I
during
wasn't.
the debate, are there artists that perform during the debate? I
Sometimes,
don't know.
yeah,
I never.
sometimes artists, Loaded Lux has performed.
Nice,
A few other artists have performed. People like Smack has came down, and
nice.
but Sonetta is the one that controlled the debate. I was one of the street promoters that helped to promote the
Oh,
debate because he paid me, and then him and I always shared certain things
nice,
like
nice.
vendors. But yeah, but my promotion, when you're in the music business, sometimes you're threading between the consciousness and the unconscious because you're in the clubs. I was doing all the clubs. I was running major clubs and emceeing at all kinds of clubs from the SOBs. I was emceeing at Radio City. I was emceeing at Temptation Nightclub. Act 3, I've done stuff at Act 3 in different places. So I've worked different clubs and stages for many years. Randall's Island, I've worked Randall's Island. So those things kind of kept me in the fray of things, but I didn't want to be singing anymore. I became a radio personality after I left the singing career. So people had to come to me. So I was working on WWRL radio,
What?
1600. Oh yeah,
Nice,
I'm part of
man.
that. I'm
What?
part of that
You
history.
done man, you done some heavy work there, my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. I've been around LIB, WBLS, done commercials for Western Union. I used to do Guinness. My voice used to be the Guinness style commercial, Western Union commercial.
So
Yeah,
I can see why in the Black conscious community, whenever they do the debates and these events, they call
right.
you, right?
As one of the major street promotions to keep things popping and handling the
Okay.
vendors because I come from that. Anyone would tell you I was the one that came into the conscious community and
Mm,
actually had ticket master outlets for the
mm,
consciousness. So I understood that from the clubs because we used to have them in various like VP records and different places. So I just
right.
found conscious vegetarian places or books to have those tickets being sold, and sometimes we'll give them a free ticket to get into a venue, or I give them
Mm,
a table to come and vend just for selling out tickets. Or some people will just get like back in the reggae days and those
uh,
promotional days, the venue that sold tickets would get like 10% or 5% off the ticket sales. just to sell the tickets, because it is time consuming from the customers that you're dealing with, and then tickets that you're selling from your store. But it does bring customers. It's a give and take. It's all about reciprocal energy when you're dealing with working with ticket masters and ticket places to sell your tickets out of. So
Right.
I was the first to come into the consciousness with that. They wasn't even used to that. When they seen that, it was like, what?
Nice.
Hey,
Man.
I'm selling
And,
tickets.
and and a lot of this come from reading, educating yourself
Well, a
from
lot of it
books,
comes from,
and
hands
also
on, being from my
hands on.
father, being everybody, and then being in the clubs, working, especially learning on the SOBs, because SOBs has been around almost 40 years. And
Yes.
he taught me that guy, Larry Gold, and his wife, Robin Gold, taught me a lot. They taught me about promotions. They taught me about watching them. They taught me about decorum, setting up the decorum of a club or a venue like that. That's why it's called a World Beat Club. I've met some of the greats over there at SOBs because they had different nights. Remember, they had Baba Olatunji, the percussionist himself. They had of course Tito Puente. They had all the greats. Like I said, I met Celia La Cruz. She gave me a big hug, and Simone. She gave me a big hug and grabbed. She reminded me of my grandmother, because my grandmother was from the Cuban side, the Cuban Jamaican side. They had that same look, that same energy. And that's what I admired about. I missed Fele about a few months. He had just died the year that I came in. 95. He died in that year. I came in around 95 of October, November. And that's when I came in, and we did a show at Palladium and with Luciano, the reggae artist, and Capotan at that time. So I was there at those venues. That was my major venue, starting major promotions, and that's where I celebrate 25 years of doing major promotions. As of the closing of last year, I'm going into 26 years now.
Nice.
Yeah,
You know what my favorite reggae artist was? Dance artist, Super Cat.
Oh, I'm a brethren. Super Cat was a friend of mine too. Super Cat,
man, bro. I used to like, yo, this guy, man.
Yeah, he comes with a lot of
love
energy.
his style, man. I used to love that style and the way.
You see how Sean Paul took that whole style, right?
Yeah.
And he'll admit it. So I'm not talking bad about him.
Sean Paul, I seen him. I think I was performing. I was opening up for Beyonce. I was one of the percussionists for the All-Star game.
Right.
I think it was 2012. The All-Star game in the Staples Center in LA.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to the stage where Redman and Method Man was performing, and Sean Paul got on and started doing his thing, man.
What?
And started doing his thing, and I met him. It was cool. Yeah, but that's where they get all that from, man. So that's interesting. You come from that old school.
Yeah.
That's deep. The promotion part. And so in today's day, promotion. Well, I know there's COVID-19.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on right now. So have you looked into the so when you do promotion, you do contracts, right? You got to be aware of contracts.
Contractual, yes, we did a lot of contractual, but we did a lot of honor system back in the day too, where the shake of the hand, and then we bring them back every year.
Exactly.
That's what I learned from SOBs, where it wasn't always contract unless you're dealing with a booking agent. I'm
going a little bit of a tangent here. What about in today's day and time with the blockchain technology and the smart contract? Have you been looking into that? I mean, has you been?
Well, I haven't needed to deal with it, but I do suggest people to do that. I do suggest people to do that and make sure you do your due diligence of researching it before you do. Everything is about studying and learning it. So because it's translated into online now. So even my production is online more. I don't even do flyers anymore. Although my flyer guys who used to do flyers for me on the street are calling me and see if I have anything. I don't have anything for you because they didn't grow with the time. So some of them stayed right there waiting for flyers to come. And I knew that I had to extend. Even in my book, I talked about the online promotion. That promotion will change. I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, there's an article on how blockchain technology shapes the whole music industry.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The whole music industry is being disrupted by this blockchain technology. I'm starting to get a lot into that right now.
No, that's what I'm going to study that. I'm going to study that.
Yeah, I'm studying right now. Yeah, that's the future.
You have to study.
That's the future. We have to stay on top of those things.
You have to stay on top of it.
Especially you being a promoter, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to continue on in that venue and stuff like that. But now let's talk about numerology. Does that has a lot to do with your musical experience? Is there any connection between like,
Yeah.
music
Yeah.
and this numerology thing?
I mean,
Because
remember, just CeeLo, remember what numerology means. It means the study of numbers.
Okay.
That's all it means. Anything with an ology behind it, biology, zoology,
Nice.
is the study of something. So any form of use of numbers is numerology.
Nice.
So even when you're doing with drum patterns and you're on there looking at the licks and all that kind of stuff, and you're looking at the beats, that's form of numerology because it's numbers.
Oh man, you're so deep, my brother.
I'm just showing people how even the computer, the binary code, it's all 0100010. That's numerology. It's just at another aspect of numerology. Geometry is another aspect of numerology. Arithmetic and using form of computation of adding and subtraction and multiplication is all numerology.
So this is something that you carry with you when you as young when you was.
Well, I developed it. What's so interesting? I developed it in the 5% Nation first because of the knowledge they were dropping about mathematics. Of course,
what's the mathematics for today?
Exactly, the mathematics of today. And then in the Ansar from the 5%, I went to the Ansars and Doc taught the abjad from the number 19 down to 19. So I picked up all of that, And then when I left that community, that's when I ran into one of my teachers, Lloyd Strayhorn, who is probably the best at it. He's been on Oprah with it. He's been all over the world with this. So it's a science that's ours that we're just taking back. Pythagoras went and studied for 22 years in the darker hue places of Africa and Egypt and Kemet and India, and then came back and became the father of numbers. Wow. That don't make sense.
That's interesting because you just took me to another place because I've been doing some broadcasts about the electromagnetic spectrum.
Good.
And about how sound and light and sound, the frequency, and then I've been studying frequency. I've been on my keyboard,
and you're gonna find what's going on.
And you find numbers,
of course. But that's what Pythagoras' theorem was all about. Remember the connection between the music and numbers, and nobody's gonna know. And then they deemed that the universe is mathematics because the universe is a tone. It's a musical note. Going on. Once we see that, I don't play with it. I don't play with it. I study this stuff. I mean, I study all aspects of it, and then I dream about certain things that pulls that to me because it's not just about studying the book, but it's also going into your intuitive Akashic records and pull it out. And then give that person a service to help them out. So when I did what I went to you in when you said you was born December the 11th on Sonetta, the 11 in numerology is always about the master number. So you being an intuitive master, whatever you do, the percussionist is what, and you play. If you look at sometimes the main thing of the percussion is starting with that one drum or the other one. That's a number 11 in its own right. It's just a higher vibration of the number one. Nice. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you touch, if you really put your mind to it, you can master it.
Right.
That's how powerful the numbers get with them.
Wasi said something very interesting. He said, all the brothers that come out of this Ansar University, when they come out, are extraordinary minds. Yeah. I was like, what? Yeah. And I just connected with Samuel Harris.
Yes,
one of the brothers from back then.
Back in the day.
You see it as mind, though the mental, the thinking, the reason. I mean,
because the university taught us how to research and think outside of the box.
Yes.
Where if I was in the 5%, they helped me to think mathematically and think on that mathematical. So, but when I went into Ansar, he stretched our minds a little bit more.
And the propagating too. When you're out
there and dealing with people.
You got to be intuitive. You got to be on it. Say what the need. Drop that seed. You got to be able to drop that seed and then it's going to see it take root.
Exactly. Who to deal with and who not to waste your time with.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
already knew. I
He
still do use that type of mentality of the day. I mentioned Doc in my book. I always shout him out
right.
because I have to. I shout out various people in my book because it's
Mhm.
necessary. And in the numbers of no promotion and bad promotion, you'll see a picture of Doc in my book. You'll see a
Okay.
picture of him because he was influential at my period. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was influential at my time because, and the 5% was influential, and because that was based off of Elijah Muhammad's teachings, I
Mhm.
had to keep on top of that. And I never disrespect any of the elders, no matter what they went through, whatever their private lives was. I didn't experience when I was in the community. I'd never experienced it. I know women used to chase him down. That's just natural for powerful men.
Same
But
here. Yeah.
I knew I kept it just like that. And I loved him that he was a musician. I love that Dr. York was
That's
singing and doing his thing.
that's
I
who you
loved it.
connected at. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Was
Exactly.
that he was an artist also?
He was an artist. He was an
Singer or something.
extraordinary artist.
That's
Extraordinary. And I watched him, and I've been in the studio and I met Sarah Dash, I met Ted Mills, I met Jimmy Cliff over there, I met African Mambata over there, I met a lot of Birdsong over there, I met Wasi, of course, Khalil and his brother Latif, the singer TC. I met all the Manhattans used to come there. KC, I think not KC, it was the other one, the other band that used to come there. But there's a lot of people that came.
A lot of people that came through that.
Oh yeah. I loved it, man. I loved it. That was the energy.
Especially, yeah. Even when I was there, there was
Yeah.
artists coming through all the time.
Sade, Jay-Z, all of them came through. Tina Marie came through there. Tina Marie came through there, and bought books. One of the imams that used to work in the store told me, and I was working in the restaurant, but she never came into the restaurant. I think Sade came into the restaurant, but in order for Sade to come in the restaurant, they had to cover her up. They didn't want people to know she had to wear her Muslim attire, which I think was easy for her because she came out of that African type background. So it was crazy.
North Africa somewhere, right?
Yeah, she came from that. Yeah, so she came from that background, so she understood. She had because. I remember the buzz was that she was there, and because I was that close, I was in the restaurant at that time, and I was like, she did come into the pizza parlor, but she stopped at the door, which was crazy, and the light shined on her, like through the white.
You had that.
And I was like, whoa!
No, that's an amazing woman, man.
Yes,
she's very amazing life.
Very beautiful sister.
You used to hang out with me, Felipe from the Spinners.
Get out of here!
Yeah, I used to be at the fruit stand because I got sick, and then Dr. York said, just work at the fruit stand. So he put all his money into getting all this product, fruits, and he wanted to build this fruit stand. And we even put a 2x plywood box with a lot of apples.
Yes,
from upstate. So we used to tell the kids before they went to school in the neighborhood, hey, grab some apples and take them to school and this and that. And so I was there at the fruit stand always. And he always used to come and sit down with me. We used to speak about a lot about music and stuff like that, and different things. He was trying to educate me and making sure that I was all right. Fatima used to feed me. They were like wanting to make sure my health was good. So Felipe from the Spinners, I didn't know who he was at first until another brother told me that's Felipe from the Spinners. And I said, wait a minute. I went back and I listened to some of it. I said, oh wow. He used to sit with me and man, he used to have conversations.
Drop that wisdom. Yeah, I was just listening to one of their songs, Rubber Band Man, I think.
Rubber Band
I was listening to Rubber Band Man.
Ray Goodman and Brown.
Yeah, Ray Goodman. Yeah, I remember Ray Goodman Brown used to come through.
Ted Mills is always coming.
Yeah, he used to. This is how crazy Ted Mills was. I used to be cooking, and he wanted his eggs particularly a certain way. So he'll come and wash his hand. I let him come back and cook it himself. Come on back here. You still gotta pay me for it. I let him come in the back and prepare to show me how, because I didn't know how to prepare one of the almonds that he wanted. So he showed me how to do it. And I said, okay, good. I learned how to do it. Ted is my boy. I ran into him at Brooklyn Academy of Music. And when I said to him, I said, Ted Ansar, He said, "Oh." He looked at me. He said, and he was real calm, and he looked at me. He
What
said,
you gotta say to anybody?
"How you
Answer.
been? How you been, man? How you been?" I said, "Yeah." You know, I said the parlor, the pizza parlor. He said, "Yes, I remember your smile because my smile haven't changed."
Yeah.
So they always remember my smile. Most of these guys. But,
So it now and in this day and time now. Now
mm.
you do have I know you got books come you got your books out.
I have 4 books that I've written.
Do you have do you have a website?
Yes, my website. People could go to my link tree, which is King Simon the Numerovator at Linktree.
Okay, let me put that in. King
Simon
Simon.
the
Uh,
Numerovator. Numerovater.
okay, let me say okay. NU.
Numero is the first, and then Vator, Vator. Numerovator.
So let me see if I got that right. Numerovator. So Numerovator.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Okay, so King
Ovator.
Simon the Numerovator.
Yeah, the
At,
Numerovator. At
and
Linktree.
and then do you put at Linktree?
You could put Linktree at after it, or but people will go to Linktree and then put King Simon after. That's what they would do.
Okay, okay, yeah, okay.
Once you go to Linktree, you know what to do after that. It's simple.
Okay, Linktree.
That's the link I sent you in your messenger.
Right, right. It's on a messenger, but for some reason, like I said, my grandson he uses this PC and he downloaded something so he could play his Fortnite, and I can't get into my email.
I know. Don't worry about
I'm
it.
like, yo, what's it with boy? I said, what do you do to me?
That's a
Let me see if I
grandchild
can.
thing.
Yeah, let me see if I can do it now. I'm like, what did you do? As you see, I
Yeah.
see it here. Okay, okay, okay. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I think I can pull it up. No, no, it's just pulling. No, nope. Sorry. No. So you send it to the messenger, but you didn't send it to my email.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, you want it on email?
Yeah, if you could send it real quick on the email
Yeah, I can send it to you real
while
quick.
I
I can
yeah,
send it real quick to your
yeah,
email
because I
right.
definitely need to put that up, man.
Let me see. Let me see. I send it to your messenger. Let me send it to your email here right
Yeah,
now. I'm
yeah.
gonna grab it off your messenger. Wait a minute. Yeah.
What's going on, man? I'm
You all
having
right?
I'm having a moment over here with this. This kid tripped me up. Okay, I'm okay. So I have my Gmail here, so I'm just
You on your email?
yeah, I'm in my email right now.
I'm gonna send it to you right now. Go to from King
So
Cyrus
about
Production.
the life of King Simon the Gladiator legend himself. Oh, so someone said the life of Tree. Is that right?
Tree?
Yeah, yeah. He just put it a comment. Let me put it up here. Look what he
Okay.
says. King Simon the Gladiator legend himself.
Legend himself. What's up?
Right.
Oh, the life of Tree. Okay, that's what their name is. Okay. I just sent you
Yeah.
that email. I sent it's going through right now. It just went. It just went.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Whoever that was. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
been doing my thing for some years. People know what it is.
Yeah, man. When Wasi let me see me oh new here it goes. Link for interview. Nope. That's the link. Nope. That's not it.
It should be the last one. You got it?
Not yet. I gotta let me refresh.
Yeah, refresh it. It
Okay.
should come through now.
It comes through here. A link tree numerator. Here we
Yeah, there
go.
it is.
Okay. I see this here. Link tree. Okay,
Mhm.
so you know what I'm gonna do? I am going to let me see. This here, if I can grab it, how do you grab this? No, because when I press it, what it does, oh, here we go. Let me see what I can do here. And that way I can copy, and
Yeah.
I want to put it on the chat here. Let me get this out and put it on the chat. You know, paste this here. Check this out. I'll put it on the chat right now.
Yeah, there it is. Right.
There it goes right there.
I see it. Yes.
hmm You see it
There,
on the
there it
thing
is.
there?
That's it. Linktree forward
Mhm.
slash King Simon the numero Vetor. Right. Right.
Right. So everybody check this out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can go
Uh,
everywhere.
you
But
can go
yeah,
ahead
this is this.
and let me tell you something, brother folks, man, you want to get together with his brother, numerology. To get-
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
I don't know what the service is like, but I mean,
yeah.
yo,
It's on
it's,
there. When they go to the link
when they
tree,
go on there, they can get
it's
on
on
there.
there.
Okay,
They
so
can
there you
find
go.
out. Yeah, they'll
There you
find out.
go. There you
Yeah,
go. There you
definitely,
go, man.
definitely. I've
There
been
you
doing
go.
it for some years, but I've been into it from years. Years I've probably been into
So,
it.
what do you got coming up? I mean, is there
Oh, I just did an interview with Malik Zulu Shabazz, the Book of
nice?
Khalid, and Sister
Okay.
Shahrazad Ali. Just did an interview with them.
Wow. Nice.
It's on my YouTube at King Simon Presents on YouTube. That's my YouTube channel.
King Simon
Uh,
present.
King Simon Presents on YouTube, and I have coming up for Women's History Month. I have Sister Shahrazad Ali fully by herself. Then I have a hypnotherapist coming in named Kendall Cobbs. Then I have the comedian Mugga coming in from Orange is the New Black, that television show that was on. Also, I have a whole calendar, man. I have Dr. Farrah Gray coming in, Dr. Khalid's son coming in at the end of the
Wow,
month.
that's deep. That's deep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking about. Yeah, I need to also get that the book of Khalid. Khalid.
yeah, that's a good book.
Interesting.
It's a thick book, bro. I,
Yeah.
I had to interview him. I mean, we wrote down questions. I had to vet different people to send me some questions because I'm still a part of the nation. I still know people in the Nation of Islam. I'm still
Okay.
quite connected with people in the nation. So that was my other transition from the Ansar. I went to the Nation of Islam to keep my discipline.
Nice.
I didn't want to lose the discipline, you know.
So, any work coming up with the music? Are you still gonna be able to?
My son, he's a producer right now and a
Wow.
singer himself. His name is Prince Imagine. That's from the Bandcamp that I sent you to or the email.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
who had my songs on his Bandcamp. And he has his own. He got some excellent stuff. Prince Imagine. Look out for him. Young man. That's 10 out of all 9 of my children. He's the first one that he was born in the Ansar. He was born in that
Oh,
community.
really?
So,
Wow.
yeah, so he got
Wow.
that. He
Amazing.
got the talent. He grew up with Music Soul Child also
Oh, nice.
in Philly while they was in Philly because they had moved to Philly after we left. After Ansar had sent me, or you know how they usually send you to different communities.
Mm-hmm,
They sent me
mm-hmm.
Philly, Cleveland, then we came back to Philly, then we came back to, and I was out. I left in '88 at that time.
Oh,
So,
wow. So you traveled to different. You went up to
yeah,
the
to different communities also to help build it and maintain it. Yeah,
right
yeah.
upstate the Catskill. Did you get
Nah, I
up
didn't
there?
go to Jazzy Alba. I went to I went to Philly and I went to Cleveland, Ohio, to help
Did you ever
build that.
get to go to the Eatonton, Georgia, the land?
No, I never got to go there.
Me either. Me either. Never.
My cousins did, but I didn't get to go there.
Yeah. Once I left, I just started doing a lot of other things.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just kept it. I kept in contact. I
Have
went
to,
by,
man.
and then they just moved, and I lost contact. And then
Yeah,
I got on the internet, and I see all this thing was happening. And the arrest. I was like, yo, I was freaking out. Like, what the hell happened?
it's
I didn't
crazy.
see it. I didn't see it, and I was with this man every day.
That's what I'm
Every day.
saying.
I didn't see anything. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I am, I'm sure you'll be the same. If you see anything, you're gonna pull his coat. Yo,
Yeah,
we don't get down like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. You see madness in that, but
And I'm very close friend with Hadjar, and she told me the same thing. His own daughter.
his own daughter.
He used to sit down with me on the piano and play piano with me and everything. I missed it all. We missed it.
Yeah,
If it was there, we don't know.
we don't know. We don't know. And
I don't know.
I tell people who try to reach out for me about it, I said, y'all ain't gonna get too much of that juicy story. I wasn't
You're
there.
not.
I wasn't there for
All
that.
I can tell you is my experiences, great experiences that
With
I
him.
had, and
Exactly.
with him and with the brothers.
Yes.
Brothers, and the gifts. We were meeting so many people with so many gifts.
Yeah.
We're actors and comedians. I mean, oh man, certainly gift. And I don't know. I said the timing. I guess I must have missed you. But then when I caught on to you in
Right.
the Sonetta,
Yes.
and then when you started saying that you were a singer and reggae, I say, wow, man, I was like, yo, wait a minute. I
Yeah.
gotta reach out to this brother somehow.
Yeah.
I gotta reach out to this brother. Let me tell you, Wasi. I said, I gotta
Yeah.
reach out to the brother,
Yeah.
man.
Well, I see all of them, man. All Dawood, man. I know his children. I knew his daughter. I knew his son had died because of some incident with the police, but I knew his daughter. I know his ex-wife. Tony. I think Tony passed on, right? Tony Marshall. I think he passed on. I heard.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
heard Tony passed on. A lot of the elders. Yaya Old. You remember Yaya Old?
Yeah. Used to stay with me all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
And when
Well,
I
I
was in
remember. Yeah,
Orlando, Yaya used to come down always with me, and I used to feed him. You know, we take
yeah,
him
yeah, yeah,
dinner.
yeah, yeah. Gave me jobs, security jobs when I left it.
Yeah,
He gave me
yeah,
at
yeah.
the music building. Remember the
Very
music building in
much.
Queens?
Yes, you
Yeah,
was at the music. Oh wow,
I did security there too. I did security
man,
there.
I did not know that. Man, we must have. I don't know,
We had
man.
to connect it. Yeah, we had the Yaya
Hey,
Old.
really?
Yaya was my boy,
The
man.
music building in Queens, man.
The Queen,
I used to
yeah,
be with a band that rehearsing in the fourth floor. And when I came down, it was
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I was like,
I
yo,
did,
what's up?
I did security there. I got paid doing security there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got people
What?
work. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I used to sit down,
You know,
but
but yeah.
yeah,
So I miss the university because we did learn a lot,
yeah,
and I wouldn't be the person I am even when I left and went into the clubs and all that. I didn't smoke, didn't drink, still was on my discipline
yeah.
from all of these
Great,
different schools that I went through. So
great.
beautiful. But I want to thank you definitely for allowing me to be on here. And
Yeah, man. Hey, you blessing my podcast. Yeah, I'm sorry. If I would have been on Facebook, I would have had more chatting going
yeah,
on.
yes, cool. Just put it up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Because this is great historical content. This is your
Yeah,
chronicles, your musical
yeah.
chronicles.
And I'm
Uh,
sticking to it. I got more to
yeah,
come out. I got my
yeah, man.
autobiography coming out in another
Nice,
2 to 3 years. So working
nice.
on that.
Everybody who's gonna be checking this out and listening, man, definitely, yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah,
yes. You know,
reach
I know
out to the brother. You know, you got the
the
link
link
tree
tree.
right there. Check
Yeah,
out his son's work, and let's keep this thing going, man. Because COVID-19 got nothing on us.
yeah,
We're gonna
man.
continue doing what we got to be doing.
Got
We're
to
gonna
keep
continue
doing what we
doing.
got to do. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I know. Pretty soon when things open up, are you gonna still do promotions? Are you gonna
Yeah,
still?
I'm gonna do promotions, but it's taking it's evolving. So I
It's
have
a
to
different
evolve.
thing, right? Yeah,
I have to
yeah.
evolve. So I'm gonna evolve. And
Anything I can do for you, man, just reach out to me, bro. You
yeah,
have my
definitely
email
gotta
right
come up,
now.
man. I might
Your
ask you.
family.
I might ask
What?
you to do some music for me, man. I might
Hey,
need some
definitely,
music because I'm
definitely. I
yeah.
wouldn't. I got people. I got people all over the states, all
Nah.
over the world, man.
Because sometimes you want that those congos
Oh,
on your beat,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
That you
yeah.
need
And I
that
and not only the Latin stuff, I do the African stuff, the
good.
Congolese. Oh
Well,
yeah, man.
you
I
remember
do
Joe Cuba and all those guys, Joe Cuba and all those guys, and people
Cuba,
that used to come to
Mongo
SOB.
Santa Maria.
Yep. And
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what's his name, Felipe Luciano. I know
Felipe Luciano,
I know him.
great,
I know
great
him. I worked with him
historical.
on
Yeah, it's
yeah.
got the history of that music. Yeah.
Yeah, I worked with him on radio on WWRL and
Felipe Luciano, yeah, I remember him from growing up. He was a young lord. My mother was a young lord.
right. Latin Kings was big, all of that. All of these
Yeah, and Felipe
yeah.
Luciano said it would be on WBLS. Remember when he got in trouble? Oh,
Yes.
WWRL. WWRL.
WWRL, yeah.
When he started talking about the taxis being
Yeah,
owned by the Jews, and
yeah,
the
yeah,
next thing you know, he was out, and they
yeah,
put Roger Dawson in, the
yeah,
Jew. Yeah, but Felipe
yeah.
Luciano did not hold his tongue when it came to
Nah, he didn't know the song. He
things
wasn't
like that.
supposed to, and I
Now,
don't expect him to.
the Jamaican music, like the dancehall, it became very huge in Puerto Rico with the
Yes,
reggaeton. Very
yes.
huge. That's how reggaeton got developed because a lot of these artists like
El General.
Cultura Profética was
Uh-huh.
doing reggae
Right.
and the General, right? From
I
Panama.
used to tour with him. I
What? Man,
toured
that's
him.
the beginning of reggae. That's the beginning of reggaeton.
That was a beginning of reggaeton. I was there. I
Yeah.
got pictures in the book. You'll see the pictures of him, me and him.
Oh man, I gotta get that book, brother.
That's my brother.
That's the
I I know.
no promotions, bad promotion book,
Yeah,
right?
I think he
I
went into.
gotta
I think he went into religion now, so he's not doing that no
He's
more.
not
But
doing that anymore.
yeah, he been
Yeah.
left that because I knew his
What
manager, Michael Ellis, and everything. I know his manager.
so I know that in Puerto Rico it morphed into the whole reggaeton thing.
Reggaeton, yeah.
But what about in Jamaica? Is it still reggae? Is it still
It's
being
still
heard?
reggae and dance hall that's
It's still
strong. And
dance. So it's
reggaeton
strong.
will go in the reggaeton could come in with the mixes because
Mm,
reggaeton has a regular beat, that keeps on coming in. But
that keeps coming in.
El General was a phenomenal artist because he was able to take Dave Kelly's rhythms and all of these different rhythms from the reggae artists and mix it. Boom, boom, nani, nani, boom, boom. He was rocking and bringing all of that
Well,
and
the
training.
Panamanians did the big connection to Jamaica. A lot
Yeah,
of people don't
yes,
know that. A
exactly.
lot of
They used to work.
Panamanians' background was Jamaican.
Right, and a lot of them used to work. Jamaicans used to work in the Panama Canal. They used to do
Exactly.
all of that. So yeah, I have my
Exactly.
family and all of that. Yeah,
They
yeah,
brought
they
that
do
music.
it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
man. That's deep.
So, so that was my boy, man, and I was so proud of him. I used to open up for him as a reggae artist at all the various colleges like
Nice.
BMC. I'm trying to find that YouTube clip. A friend of mine said there is a clip with me opening up for him
Let me
before
know.
before even Rayvon got big. Rayvon was on the show with us, who was
Nice.
with Shaggy, and then El General was the closing act. He was the closing
Mm,
act. I remember that, but they didn't put that whole show. They just put he just taped my part, and because we was friends, the guy who taped it. So I'm gonna text that brother and see if he still have that, and I'll send it to you.
yeah. What's the name of it again? Maybe I can research it.
He said, I think he said Simon Templar because I was going by Simon Templar and Anthony Brown. So he said Simon Templar performer. But let me text
Yeah,
him
yeah. Find
because
out for me.
it was his recording. He
Nice.
recorded it, so he has it all actually. But I don't think he pulled up the whole show.
So you still keep up with the whole Jamaican music?
Yeah. I'm still quite connected. All I have to do is
Me
make
too.
one or two calls, and I'm there. I can be there. I mean, even when Buju, I know if I was still in it heavy, I would be able to go backstage in Jamaica with Buju performing live. I know I'll get
Nice.
access. That's the kind of access I had, from being. I never burnt bridges. I
Nice.
just
Beautiful.
when
Same
they
here.
see me, it's like, hey, Simon, wagwan. Yeah, I said, that's how they work with me.
Let me tell you something. Being brought up in the Bronx, I
Yes,
hung around a lot of Rastafarians. Oh
yeah,
man, one
yeah,
thing I noticed about my Jamaican brothers is that they don't take no mess. They serious about their work, but when they befriend you and you become a friend, it's like the embrace is
yeah.
over powerful, man.
But
The
you got
embrace is beautiful.
to remember the Spaniards ruled Jamaica for a while before England.
They did, they did.
That's why my family from Spanish Town. That was De La Vega. That was
Yeah,
the place of that was the Spanish Town. So the Jamaican language is mixed with Spanish, English,
I did not
and
know that.
African. Yeah,
Right,
yeah, that's the history of Jamaica. So they have a lot of African, English,
right.
and Spanish tones in Jamaica. That's why you might say certain words that will be similar
Will be
to
similar.
Spanish talk.
Have you
Yeah.
done your DNA? Have you done your DNA
Well,
testing?
my DNA through African ancestry says my DNA go back 45,000 years,
Wow.
and it was
I did my biology.
it was nomadic from out of Africa through Europe through all over the place. It was all and
Yeah, I
it
did
was
mine's.
yeah.
Mali showed
Oh,
up.
you
I
found
got
Mali? Okay. You did
35%.
your mother's side or your father's side?
My mother's side.
Yeah, I did my mother's side. That's where I didn't do my father's side yet.
But in my father's side, because I did ancestry DNA, so I think the Y DNA shows up
Mhm.
a lot. So I got a lot of Iberian Peninsula,
Okay,
52%.
Iberian
So
Peninsula,
so I have the Moorish. So I've been researching flamenco, and I tell everybody, that's African, that's diaspora also.
yeah,
When you go into southern Spain and Portugal with the
yeah,
mulattoes in there,
right,
with the Nigerian Moors going in there, the
yeah, yeah,
Malian
yeah,
Moors. Oh yeah, man, they give you a breakdown of all of that, and I've done a lot of research on that. So
yeah,
yeah, I've been getting into the flamenco, and I look at it and say, yo, that's expression, that's African expression.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah,
those are those mulattoes expressing themselves
yeah.
in that. Because then I looked at I got a lot of Congolese,
Congolese, right?
Ghana, Benin, but a lot of Mali.
Not a Mali.
Ghana,
My
Mali, Mali, Mali.
one of my cousin is he's a priest, a Santeria,
Mm.
Babalao.
Yoruba.
And
Nice.
yeah, he studied
Babala.
Kabbalah, and he's also a Moorish Grand Sheikh, which is exactly. He
And it's
keeps it up.
interconnected. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he knows it's connected, and he still speaks his Spanish language. He's in Orlando here, so
And
sometimes
Orlando. You in Orlando?
now I'm in Fort Lauderdale right now.
Or
Yeah.
Lauderdale? Okay, because I was in Orlando like for 25 years.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
I was
Where you
getting
at
ready to
now?
retire. I'm
Where
in
you?
North Carolina, Charlotte.
Oh yeah, I passed through. I got to pass through North Carolina, heading back up to New York. I have to pass
Brother,
through.
hit me up if you ever come through here. Right?
Yeah, I
We
mean
go out for dinner or something.
where you living on? Which part? North Carolina.
Charlotte. I'm
What,
like right
what,
at the end of Charlotte before
what,
it becomes Pineview.
my ex-wife owned the Nuwapian store on Bedford.
Oh really?
She
I
owns
was
that.
gonna get in contact with those brothers over
That's
there.
yeah,
I like,
contact. Yeah, she's my ex-wife. That's my first son that I'm talking about, Prince Imagine. That's her
yeah,
mother.
Oh
That's his.
wow. Are they still there in Betty Ford?
She still owns it. Yeah, she still owns it. They still got the spot.
I gotta go check them
They
out.
they usually give away food on the weekends too. They get food from certain markets and they give away food to the families out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they out there. I was out there before I came down here, but I stayed at Greenboro, hanging out with some friends in Greenboro.
Okay.
Yeah, but my brother, I got to get ready to roll.
Yes, I know.
Yeah,
I wanted to close out. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean, thank you very much, man, for
Thank you,
blessing
sir.
this
Thank you.
podcast. I mean,
Thank you, my
beautiful
brother.
historical chronicles, man. I didn't know,
Yes.
but now I know, and I'm like, wow, very impressive, brother.
Thank
And
you,
for
brother.
everybody, we're just gonna let it go right here. And thank you very much, man.
Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you. Be
All right,
safe.
man. Much love, beloved.
All right, much love.
Well, man. Well, this is on YouTube. You're gonna probably get it on Facebook. And I apologize that this should have been on Facebook. Man, this is groundbreaking right here. But again, I'm telling everybody who's gonna be viewing this on Facebook, because I'm gonna put the link that to get into the YouTube. For the YouTube, you'll be able to chat and you see it. For some reason, I don't know. You know what it was? I started late. I had a little problems adjusting this camera and the sound, so it was all really, really my fault. My fault. Excuse me one second. But there you go, man. Very extraordinary brother. You know what I'm saying? We kind of like miss each other, but it has the same. We come from the same vine. You know what I'm saying? The same experience. And that university, Ansar University, was extraordinary brothers are coming out of there, bro. Extraordinary brothers. So I'm gonna let it go right here, man. I thank everybody. Check out King Simon, the numero Vader. King Simon, the numero Vader, and trust me, this brother is D. This brother can give you the rundown when it comes to numerology, man. This is some deep stuff. And I thank everybody for being patient with me, and I apologize. And I am going to put this on Facebook. Thank you very much. I'm going to end the podcast, and peace. Okay. And one more time. Thank you, King Simon. Beloved, I'll be in contact with you.